Today's television programming is often intended to amuse viewers and elicit an emotional reaction, such as a smile, tear, or gasp. And Shark Tank on ABC juggles a variety of tasks. It not only makes for interesting entertainment, but it has also aided many creative entrepreneurs in realizing their aspirations. Small and growing business owners have the opportunity to network with some of America's most prominent and active venture capitalists on the reality series, which debuted on ABC in 2009. The investors include Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, Robert Herjavec, Damon John, Lori Grainer, and Barbara Corcoran. After outlining your business strategy, you are given the opportunity to ask for a sizable investment in return for a piece of the firm, and the decision of whether or not to leap into the tank and how much money to invest is left to the sharks. Doesn't it seem intriguing? It is true that throughout the first 10 years of Shark Tank, close to 900 business owners struck around 500 agreements with the show's resident sharks, resulting in investments totaling more than $140 million and company values exceeding $1 billion. In today's video, we'll discuss the biggest deals ever made on the Shark Tank. On average, business people leave the Shark Tank with just under $250,000, but we both know there are others who earned much more since their ideas were so amazing. Consequently, if you're still here, we create engaging, instructive, and amusing videos. Hold on and keep in mind that getting a channel subscription right now will be a big deal to the channel. Let's dive into today's business. 3. Numilk. Maybe you've heard of Numilk, the brains behind this plant-based substitute milked shank tanks for millions of dollars. Numilk is a popular, well-known, and long-established plant-based substitute for milk originating from animals. Many shops throughout the world frequently carry dairy-like beverages manufactured from soy, rice, almonds, hemp, cashews, and macadamia nuts that are creamy and delicious but don't originate from cows. In order to provide fresh, non-dairy milk through stylish, cutting-edge kiosks, Numilk was launched in 2018. The main offering from Numilk is a push-button kiosk where consumers may fill up a reusable bottle for $2 and pay $3.99 for a fill-up of plant-based milk in 3 flavors: unsweetened, original, and chocolate. The public has a high desire for alternative kinds of milk, and in 2021, the trend made it into Shark Tank. Who would anticipate that an upcoming trend business would ask for so much cash? Unquestionably not me. Ari Tolwin and Joe Savino, the creators of Numilk, however, were well aware of what they were doing and were able to entice the sharks by saying that each kiosk costs about $30,000 to make and generates $50,000 in annual revenue, and that a line expansion was in the works, with a $699 fresh milk station for use in coffee shops and a $199 unit for home use. Mark Cuban, a Shark Tank panelist, was very pleased with the quality of the milk produced by a Numilk kiosk on set. Tolwin and Savino requested $1 million from Shark Tank in return for 5% of the company, but Cuban surprised everyone by giving $2 million for 10% of the company instead. This is unquestionably among the best deal on Shark Tank USA. But if you think Numilk got the finest deal, wait till you see the next one. You'll be shocked at how much money you can earn with creativity. 2. Vengo's vending machine. When Stephen Bofill and Brian Shimmerlich went on Shark Tank in 2016, the show's investor panel saw their presentation as a crucial chance that couldn't be passed up. They didn't bring anything the world had never seen before. A vending machine. Did they get the deal? Oh, clever marketing turned out to be a very alluring business opportunity, and they named it a Vengo device. Shimmerlich and Bofill defined a Vengo device as a wall-mounted vending machine that can sell a variety of goods and promote using a built-in television screen. Shimmerlich and Bofill entered the tank to request a $2 million investment in return for a 12.5% ownership stake after obtaining $3.4 million in seed money to finance the construction of the Vengo units. Vengo makes money by breaking even on the sale of a unit to a vending machine firm for $2,500 and then charging the buyer of the unit a $20 monthly fee for access to the machine's cloud-based software and maintenance insurance. The owner of each unit may then work with Vengo to have their own items put in the machine in addition to using the network of partners the firm has established, which includes companies like Hershey's and Kiehl's, a beauty care line. According to Schimmerlich and Bofill, their business plan would generate $1 million in sales in 2015 at a loss of $300,000, but due to their expansion, they would break even the next year. O'Leary initiated talks between himself, Grainer, and Schimmerlich, but Mark Cuban, Damon John, and Robert Herjavec declined to become involved. Kevin O'Leary and Lori Grainer put up the $2 million and ultimately shared a 3% ownership in Vengo since the idea proved to be so profitable. This was a unique Shark Tank team-up. But is that the end? No. Even the Vengo deal is incomparable to the most expensive deal ever completed on Shark Tank. Have you ever heard of free zips? Wait, did you know? Americans purchased 328.9 million cases of fermented grape juice in 2020, according to Wine Spectator, and analysts predict that the sector will be valued at close to $700 billion by 2028. Wine is no longer only for the affluent and the elite. In recent years, it has become increasingly mainstream, on par with other widely consumed alcoholic drinks like beer. In an episode of Shark Tank that featured Andrew McMurray, the vice president of Zacky's Wine and Liquor, in December 2014, veteran investor Kevin O'Leary was probably aware of the positive results coming from the wine industry. In order to help his business transform the way wine is marketed and enjoyed, McMurray needs a sizable investment from one or more of the sharks. His offering is Zips, a wine marketed in single-serving portions and presented in plastic wine glasses. Some of the sharks were intrigued by the concept. Kevin O'Leary was all in, while Mark Cuban withdrew because he didn't like the name Zips, and Robert Herjavec recommended that McMurray license the technology to other wineries. In return for a 10% interest, the shark pledged to put $2.5 million into the Zips initiative. That is the largest trade in Shark Tank history in terms of the money exchanged on the program. Unfortunately, even though sales seem to be doing well, according to Small Business Journal, Zips Wine failed to turn a profit in the first few years following the acquisition. With so many more well-known brands to pick from, Andrew McMurray concluded that selling wine was simply not going to work and that the business model needed to adapt. So instead of a business-to-consumer wine firm, Shark Tank's biggest hook flipped to becoming a business-to-business packaging company centered on its patented design. This allowed Zips to collaborate with wineries, although it's unclear how effective the packaging strategy was. Still, it seems the company failed. According to Shark Tank Tales, Zips marketing's activities came to an end in 2019. According to reports, the Zips website remained inactive as of 2021. What about you now? There are a few things you need to be known. Success on Shark Tank doesn't happen by accident. There is a lot of preparation to be done before you even enter the tank. In real life, presenting your little company in front of a group of wealthy, seasoned investors is much more nerve-wracking than it seems on television. While it makes sense that pitches would be cut to fit TV's time. An episode, which is shortened to the roughly 10 minutes that the audience watches, usually lasts an hour in a pitch. However, the most nerve-wracking element of the experience may not even be spending an hour in the intense lighting and beneath the shark's icy gaze. Going on Shark Tank is stressful, regardless of the result. It's reasonable to assume that very few candidates have ever been in such a high-pressure position before. Many contestants perceive their presence as a pivotal moment in their professional careers, regardless of whether a deal is closed or not. The aforementioned pitchers rank in the top 3 of all Shark Tank deals. The program's founders are always looking for the next big chance. Therefore, Please know that there is no limit to how much you can acquire on the Shark Tank program, and that your pitch can even be the next fantastic deal we have to talk about in the future. Comment below and let us know which part of this video most interests you. If you've tried No Milk, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative and entertaining videos.